Hello, is this thing on? Oh my. All right, here is a actual post-draft special for the EPN 22-23 league. Very, very excited that the new season's about to start. 2 days away. Arsenal starting kicking off the season. Seems like that's pretty typical. Arsenal seem to get the first game pretty often in the last few years, at least. But yeah, I cannot wait. Hopefully, they can start with a win. And I was glad I got to poll you guys, see what everyone was thinking about each other's teams, and the results are in, guys. Yeah, I thought I was going to get spited and you guys are going to vote me fifth or whatever, but no, you guys across the board. I got an average of 1.6. Weston had an average of 2 or second. Graydon with 2.6. Lynch 3.6. Carroll 3.8. And Ortiz 4.4. Almost a consensus fifth from a lot of the guys, James Ortiz. Not a good look to start the season, but you were very confident in your team in that you felt the need to say that you think your team's the best, and then you gave your rankings. Lynch also did that, but Lynch actually just didn't really read the message. You intentionally had to let me know. Anyway, so yeah, thanks, guys. 1.6. I don't know. I still think I like my team, obviously, but Ronaldo is who knows? Who knows if he's even going to be on United, if he's even going to be good, if he's even going to play. Definitely a stressful. I think he was like my fifth or sixth round pick, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but actually, it matters. It matters. Anyway, let's get into everyone's team. So we'll start with mine. I'll give you my quick 2 cents. I think I have decent goalies, nothing too special. Probably rotate some guys in and out. I mean, the two best defenders in the league last year. Crazy in my mind that I got both of them. Koulibaly should be okay. Trippier, and then Diego Carlos coming in from La Liga. I think he's going to be their starting center back for Villa. But how valuable is a Villa defender? I don't know. He'll probably get. I don't expect Diego Carlos to stay on my team for more than a few weeks, depending on matchups. My midfield. I love my midfield. I don't really see any holes in my midfield unless Bernardo Silva goes to Barcelona, which I don't understand how that could be possible because they have no money, but crazier things have been happening. So maybe Bernardo Silva might leave, and that would suck. That'd be a big blow. Because as at the time of the draft, those Barcelona rumors were not that strong. They're still not that strong. But Bernardo Silva was the second highest City midfielder last season, only behind Kevin De Bruyne. I think it's consensus Kevin De Bruyne's the number one City midfielder. I don't think anyone's questioning that. In this year's draft, Mahrez, Grealish, Foden, and Gundogan, and of course De Bruyne, 5 City midfielders, were selected before Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne included. Bernardo Silva had the most appearances last season for City as a midfielder. So if he's on the team, I don't understand your guys' logic for picking any of the other guys besides De Bruyne. I digress. My strikers. I don't expect Mitch Fish. I'm not even really sure why I picked him. Hopefully I can just pick up someone else. I think Ivan Toney's good. He had 14 goals last season or something like that. And Ronaldo had 20 goals. So if he's there, that's amazing. If he's not, it's a big blow. So I don't know. I think I have a pretty good team, though. Definitely my midfield, and then Trent and Cancelo is pretty awesome. But let's go. Let's just start at the top. West. We'll go in order of the rankings. So I was first. Weston's now second. Weston, obviously. Ederson, Allison. Guys, something I'm going to be tracking this season is all of our goalkeeper points that actually see the field. So week 1, Weston starts. Let's see. Probably. I don't know if Allison's actually going to be ready for week 1, so he's probably going to be forced to start Ederson against West Ham. So let's fast forward. Let's say it's week 5, right? Allison gets 9 points on Weston's bench. Ederson gets 2 points and is on the field. Only gets 2 points. That's what I'm going to count that week is Ederson's 2 points. So whatever your goalie gets that actually plays, I'm going to start tracking because I want to see if this Ederson Allison strategy is if there's anything cooking behind it, Van Dijk, obviously great. Cucurella, steal. He got him in the 10th, 11th round. He's just Texans value, all this shit, whatever. Yeah, Cucurella is obviously a great value pick there. So we'll see how that works out. He'll be the starting left wing back for Chelsea, I would expect. Romero just doesn't excite me at all. Tomiyasu is going to miss the beginning of the season. I already talked to Weston about it. I don't think he'll be on his roster. And Harry Maguire is just such a blah pick. So whatever. He'll start most of the time, probably. Whatever. Not exciting, though. De Bruyne, Diaz, excellent. Grealish and Martinelli obviously have great potential, but I think their play time is questionable. I think Martinelli's going to start a lot this season, and I know Weston has extremely high hopes for him, but Smith Rowe's still going to play that left mid position some games, and obviously Grealish being at City it's a mess. Like them selling Sterling has to help, but there's still a lot of guys in those positions. Yeah, Martinelli, he'll get good play time, but I still think it's a little questionable. Neto was a steal as well. I wanted to draft Neto until I realized I already had 5 midfielders, so that was fucking stupid. Jesus, Weston, Sexton, value. You got him in like the second or third round, so it's not value. I mean, he's going to be one of the best strikers in the Prem this season, no doubt in my mind. But value, I don't know. Havertz will be good, and I think Werner's on his way out, so that might help Havertz, and then Michael just pick someone else up. The rumors are strengthening for Timo to be on the move back to Leipzig on loan, so yeah, Gabby goals, interesting. Third, Graydon McCamp. Also interesting, guys. The way it shaped out, the way this shook out, is the standings last year, besides me and Mike. So pretty interesting stuff. Okay, Graydon, decent goalkeepers, whatever. Graydon's defense, though, I mean, Reece James and Thiago Silva are probably his best two, and they will be playing, I would expect, most games for Chelsea, considering how many center back departures Chelsea had this summer. I would expect they're going to use Thiago Silva to his fullest extent. Reece James will play. Perisic, he's like 35 years old. He's coming in. He's probably going to play a little more left mid than he's actually going to play defense, or I don't know what formation they're going to run. Maybe it will be like a wing back or like a 3-4-3, whatever, left mid kind of thing. I don't think that's that exciting. Tierney's now like his value is definitely cut in half with Zinchenko being there. And Luca Digne, I think I already said this, but I don't even know what's the value of an Aston Villa defender, but he did okay last year. I had him for a while. Bowen, great. Foden, same thing as Grealish, could definitely be great. He's definitely going to put up over 100 points, but it's just like he's going to play like 25 games. I don't know. Kulusevski had a great second half of the season last year. I don't know where he's going to fit in. They also got Richarlison now. See how many games he actually plays, but he's an exciting young player. Smith Rowe, kind of same thing with Martinelli. I mean, a lot of these guys, a lot of my concerns with a lot of these guys is playtime, and consistent playtime. It's questionable. Harvey Barnes had a good season last year, pretty good. Holland obviously can, the sky's the limit with his potential. Vardy digressed last season. He got older, he missed games, but still good. Bamford missed like most of the season last year, so if he's good, I mean, Graydon could potentially have the best forward trio in the league for sure. So that's something to look out for. Team 4, Matt Lynch. Lynch is the guy getting hit with the injury bug early. His goalies are pretty kind of like mine. They're just so whatever. Laporte's going to miss the first 4 weeks, maybe more. Joel Matip probably is going to start a lot of games for Liverpool. Maybe Konate will get integrated a little more into the starting lineup, but I would still expect Matip to start a lot. Cresswell was not very good for me last year. I had him for a while, and he got hurt a little bit, so hard to really judge. Connor Cody, Emerson Royale, like I don't know, dude. Like I'm not excited looking at Lynch's team. Like his two best midfielders are both on City, so like the odds both of them are playing every week is not that high. Granted, they're different positions, but still. Ward-Prowse is great. He's going to play 90 minutes every single week. Coutinho, probably same thing. Ben Rama kind of fell off last season in comparison to 2 years ago, but who knows? Maybe he'll be good again. Kane, obviously great. Jota, Klopp said yesterday that he's not going to be good for a little while. So I don't know. I don't think there's any true timeline on Jota. It definitely could be a few weeks minimum. And then Raul Jimenez, unknown return date. I didn't look into that, but yeah, Lynch definitely got hit with the injury bug early, so that sucks and makes his team just kind of look shittier. Because if he has Kane, if these like his 3 bench spots are already taken up, so he's got to start everyone else. So, makes the decisions a little tougher. And yeah, we'll see if he ends up holding on to some of these injured players. I mean, Laporte was like defender 6 last season. They'd have to say he's out for months for you to drop him. I think Jota, you're not going to drop. You could probably drop Raul Jimenez. That wouldn't be too big of a loss. I'm sure you could pick up a comparable striker. Number 5, Kevin Carroll. Before I get into Carroll, actually, I'll save it to the end. But Carroll gave me detailed rankings, so I'll read his at the end because there were some good little analysis. Goalies, I mean, Kasper Schmeichel's gone, but Mendy being Chelsea goalie is obviously a solid player. Robertson and Diaz, never going to drop those two. Excellent defenders. Ben Chilwell, probably going to drop him now if Cucurella is going to be in there. That's not great. Gabriel was a good defender last season. He's probably going to start a lot for Arsenal. Honestly, if Saliba is going to get into the lineup, Saliba, I still don't even know how to say it. He'd probably go in more for Ben White. I know Arteta really likes having a left-footed center back, and that's where Gabriel comes in on the left. Sionchu is just such a black pick as well. Salah, Mount, excellent. Rashford, anyone on United, in my opinion, is questionable. Ronaldo included. Ronaldo especially, but Rashford, I just don't know. I have like no idea what's going to happen. They were a mess last year, and they had some great games and some really bad games. Tillemans always has a solid output. Conor Gallagher, excellent last season for Palace, but let's see how much time he gets for City. I could, not City, Chelsea. I could easily see it being like a 20-25 gamer, and that's just not a guy you can keep on your team. Mikel Antonio, excellent season last year, obviously for Mike. West Ham did pick up a new forwards. We'll see how that situation unfolds. Callum Wilson playing for Newcastle. I don't think he saw. I don't think he was on the field all season last year. I think he was hurt for a little while, but like I also don't think he's like the guy at Newcastle. Like I know they have Chris Wood. St. Maximin kind of plays up top, so I'm like, who knows if Newcastle's done spending? So I don't know how great Callum Wilson and Neil Maupay's a rat, so that's just a silly pick. And last but not least, James Ortiz, guys. This video is trying to drag it on. Sorry, I'm going through every team player by player, but decent goalies. Lloris was goalie number 2 last season. John Stones will be good for the beginning while Laporte's hurt, and then after that, you'll probably have to assess and see what the playtime's like. Matty Cash was a steal. He caught him pretty late. That was a good pick. And then these 3 are just like so not exciting. Like 4 of Ortiz's 5 defenders are center backs, and like neither of these 3 teams are like clean sheet machines, and that was the only reason I feel like you'd pick a center back like John Stones on Man City. Okay, obviously the Man City, the Liverpool center backs are going to get picked, but like Mings might be the best of 3. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's weird. This is a weird trio, I think. Sterling could be great, but he's walking into a new team, and I don't know. There's definitely some unknown there. Bruno and Sancho. Bruno's obviously probably going to have a great season fantasy wise, but Sancho, he definitely took a hit last year, not taking the penalties though. Sancho, like I don't know what you saw last season. That's just like, oh, I gotta draft him in fantasy. Like whatever. Saka's great. Zaha, there were rumors of him leaving the Prem. I haven't really seen much in the last week or so, so maybe he'll be here to stay. If so, he's a great player. I've had him in the past. Darwin definitely could be great. Calvert-Lewin starting the season injured, and Everton looked shitty, and he did not look that great when he was on the field last year either. Definitely not like 2 years ago. And then Ollie Watkins, it's just like he has 3 Aston Villa players, right? Yeah, 3 Aston Villa, 3 United. It's I don't know, dude. It's just like it's as I said, it's not an exciting roster. I don't see like a true like standout star. I mean, Sterling and Bruno have the potential to be, but honestly, Saka might be the best of the 3. Who knows? Hot take. And guys, that's all I got. I just want to talk about everyone's team a little bit, see what you guys had to say, see what you guys all thought, put that together. Let's get Carol's little thing going here. Carol ranked Graydon first, strong all around, and sniped Perisic as a defender. I don't think Kevin knows how old Perisic is. Marsh, strong all around except forwards, but I don't know enough about Tony. Okay, well, he was in the Prem all season, and Weston must have offered him to about 20 times. But yeah, he had like, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 15 goals, I think, last season. So he's solid. Ronaldo is, I get it. I understand. Weston, great midfield, but hard to say because half his team is going to change before kickoff. Yeah, I don't know about half his team, but I feel like there's a few players that I already just feel like these 3 guys could easily be off Weston's team in week 2. I don't think he's going to change his midfield. And then, yeah, I would expect Werner to be off his team. Okay, 4th, Ortiz. Okay. That's how he started. Okay. Better hope the Man United spine plus Darwin works out up top. I mean, yeah, we're all hoping our players work out. So, yes, Ortiz with 3 United guys is definitely really putting his eggs in probably 2 baskets between United and Villa. And you know what? I think that's so silly. I think you have to spread out your players. I don't even know if I did that this year, but the year that I won, I had 15 players and I had 14 clubs. This year, I have 2 new. I don't know. I didn't do it this year, but I don't think stocking or stacking teams is the best idea. And then he had Lynch at 5th. Could be very good, but the kid picked 3 injured men to start the season. SMH. I don't know if all 3 of those guys were injured at the time of the draft, but I know Jota was. But I don't know about Laporte or Jimenez. So, yeah, Lynch's team definitely could be good. He's usually a solid manager in this league, so you got to assess the injuries. But, hey, Lynch had Bamford and DCL last season who missed, like, the first 3 months, and he held them, and I think it really hurt him. So maybe he's a little more aggressive this season in, like, who he picks up and drops. Because you got to think opportunity, right? You drop a guy like Raul Jimenez, you pick up a guy like don't know, fucking Danny Welbeck, bro. I'm just spitballing here, but like I think like Jimenez might be like a 100-point guy. Danny Welbeck might be like an 85-point guy. Like it's real. It's like you're not breaking your season if you drop Jimenez and then someone else picks him back up. Like that's just that's how I approach this league. So don't want to give you too much insight, but that's all we got. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to the first weekend of the season. Thank you.